All espresso is coffee, but not all coffee is espresso. Espresso lives in its own category. That's why today I will show you the 10 differences between espresso and coffee. Let's go! The first difference is the brewing method. Generally speaking, there are two types of coffee brewing methods: immersion and percolation. Immersion methods like the French press are such where you're leaving the water to simply extract flavor from the coffee grounds. With percolation, the water is passing through the grounds and just extracting what it can during that time. All methods like drip coffee, pour overs, mocha pot, AeroPress, siphons, all of them have that common characteristic. With espresso, you may argue that it is percolation, right? However, we are inserting the element of pressure, and that is unique to espresso. And if you think about it, the word espresso itself conveys the message. Café espresso means pressed out coffee, and it comes from the Italian word esprimere. It does make a lot of sense, right? The next difference is the brewing time. Coffee brewing usually takes 3 to 5 minutes. Espresso, however, only takes 22 to 30 seconds, which is a huge difference. Fun fact, a lot of people call this espresso instead of espresso. And although this is wrong, some experts suggest that it comes from expressly made for the customer, or even the English word express, which means fast. Do you know what else is fast? The time it'll take you to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel to enjoy more coffee knowledge. And back to the video. Now let's talk about grind size. Coffee beans are ground coarser for any other brewing methods other than espresso. Not even mocha pot or AeroPress will use a grind size as fine as espresso, at least not if you're looking for optimal results. To my knowledge, the only method that uses a grind size finer than espresso will be Turkish coffee. Have you tried it? Difference number 4 is water to coffee ratio. Espresso uses less water to coffee, resulting in a dense, concentrated drink. For example, when you're brewing pour over, you will use a 1 to 15, even 1 to 20 water to coffee ratio. But espresso generally uses 1 to 2, or even 1 to 1.5, depending on what you're trying to achieve in terms of flavor. The next difference is crema. A good shot of espresso will always have a nice layer of crema on top, which is a creamy foam that forms as carbon dioxide releases from the coffee during high pressure extraction. Don't be confused, you can also release carbon dioxide in methods like the pour over, but it will not form crema. That's why you see the bubbles in a mocha pot, or when you're extracting with a pour over, you will see that foam create. However, they will not stay in your coffee if it's not an espresso shot. Also, crema is an indicator of freshness. The fresher the beans are, the more crema they will produce. Flavor and aroma. Espresso has a more intense and concentrated flavor profile than coffee. It's usually stronger and bolder than any other brewing method out there. On the other hand, methods like the pour over really help you appreciate the flavor notes of a coffee in a different way than espresso does. The next difference is serving size. Espresso is served in short concentrations, usually 1 ounce or 30 milliliters, while coffee is served in larger cups, usually 6, 8, 12, 20 ounces even. Which takes me to the next difference, which is caffeine content. Ounce per ounce, espresso contains more caffeine than any other coffees. 1 ounce of drip coffee will have anywhere from 10 to 12 milligrams of caffeine, while 1 ounce of espresso will have around 64 milligrams of caffeine. So when you think about it, it's the volume that really impacts. If you're drinking 12 ounces of a coffee, drip coffee, just like the regular thing, you are still getting more caffeine only due to the volume of the drink. If you were to drink 12 ounces of espresso, I think you'll die. Difference number 9 is the equipment you use to make it. There are so many methods to brew coffee out there. You can make pour over, you can make mocha pot, AeroPress, siphon, you name it. But there's only one way to make espresso, which is the espresso machine. You need the pressure, at least 9 bars, to extract the liquid from the packed grounds. Now it's time to talk about drink variations. Coffee is typically served black or with additions like milk, cream, or sugar, while espresso is the base for many popular drinks like lattes, cappuccinos, or americanos. So if you want to truly enjoy any of these drinks at home, you have to learn how to make good espresso first. And what a coincidence! Here's a video that will teach you exactly how to do it. See you next time, and thanks for watching.